Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you, and welcome to your first session with us, and welcome to the Simplan community. Myself, Arun Shahu. I'll be your learner success manager for today's session. So, before we go ahead with the session, please give me a quick confirmation if my voice is loud and clear to everyone. You can confirm me over the chat box. Thank you all for the confirmation. So, as today is our first session, so let me quickly take you through the format of how our sessions will be carried for the entire career program. So let me just put out some pointers so that you all will be aware about that how the sessions will be conducted for the entire program. So we will ensure that we start the session on time and we'll make sure that we end the session also on time. So by default, all the participants will be kept on mute so that we don't get any background noises from any participants. So if you have any queries, you can post your query over the chat box and trainer will accordingly answer to your queries. And in case if you want to talk to your trainer for any queries, you can request access from your trainer and the trainer will accordingly give you the access so that you can discuss your. In the mid of the session, we have a polling activity. So do participate on that polling activity so that we have to understand how the flow of the session is. If there is any improvement we can make in the flow of the session, we can do right after the polling activity ended. With that, in the last 10 to 15 minutes, we'll have a Q&A session. So if there is any doubts related to the topics covered in today's session, you can utilize that 10 to 15 minutes of time to get your doubts clear. At the end of the session, I'll be sharing a. Is it still breaking or is it only for Amu? Can you confirm me? Oh, just give me a moment. I'll quickly. Can you confirm me now if my voice is breaking or is it audible to all? Okay, thank you for confirming. I believe it's not echoing also. Thank you. Yeah, so coming up to that only. So coming up to the next point, end of every session, I'll be sharing a feedback link over the chat box. So please do make sure that you participate in that feedback activity so that we can understand your experience with the session. And last but not the least, do not share your personal details in the chat box as these sessions are recorded and shared globally. So before introducing our trainer, I have a quick activity for all of you. Make sure that we understand all the participants we are in session and to make sure a good experience to all of you. I request that please fill up the form which I have shared you in the chat box. Request every one of you to fill up the form, okay? And those who have already filled, they can ignore it. But those who haven't filled it, you can fill up the form. With this, we will be able to understand the participants we are having, like the background of from where you are coming for this particular course, so that our trainer will be getting an idea on how we can continue the session. And furthermore, not delaying, let me introduce our trainer to all of you. Hi, Anand sir. A very good evening to you. For audio confirmation, can you please unmute your mic?
Yes, Arun, very good evening. Very good evening to everyone. Yes, it is loud and clear, Arun. I can hear you.
Thank you so much, sir. I've given you the access, sir. So you can have a
Okay,
quick intro, and then once the form is filled from all the participants, I will be sharing you the data so that we can understand the background of all the learners, and then we can continue with the session, sir.
sure. Hello, everyone. Very welcome to all of you. And this is our today's class. So, let me first give you a quick brief about myself. Hope I am visible and I am audible to everyone. You can give me a confirmation over chat. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. So, okay, let me also, yeah. So, hope my screen is visible to everyone. Okay, okay, perfect. So, myself, Anand Raju, and I'm basically a UX and UI manager application development in one of the MNC firm. So till now, it's around 11 to 12 years I'm into this profile, and in this years I have basically worked in few organizations. So among working on these organizations, I got to know about many stuffs into UX, the way corporate works into UX, and how we should talk to users, how we should take their pain points, how to talk to clients, how to handle different projects. So these are the few companies where I've worked on, and here are the few key skills which I have gathered throughout these years of experience. So during the session, in couple of few upcoming months, you can find me anytime having questions on all these areas, especially into advanced UX designing, the design leadership, the research part, prototyping and wireframing, how to manage certain projects, like if I need to work as a IC means individual contributor, and also when we need to work on cross functional collaboration where we need to work on certain major projects. So all those stuffs, how to make relations with clients and stakeholders, how to talk to them throughout different design principles. We'll also talk about few AI driven designs. So all this stuff are there, and apart from this, I've also gathered few hands-on experience on certain tools. So majorly we are going to use Figma only here in this sessions and upcoming sessions. So Figma is one of the expertise. Apart from this, on Adobe Creative Cloud and some of the testing tools, UIZard, Maze, all those stuff, and also some of the AI tools tools like ChatGPT, one of the famous and known one. Apart from this, Copilot, Claude, Perplexity, and Gamma, and many more. So through our interaction in upcoming months, I'll be giving you my insights, my areas of expertise, so that you can achieve the same heights and you can excel well in your current designation. Or if you wanted to have a transition, it can help you. So this is a small intro about me. Apart from this, having any questions or any queries throughout the session, you can ping me in chat. For short questions, we can take those questions very quickly. For the long questions, we can park it for end of the session, and I'll sit on personally with one-on-one with you, and we'll try to solve your queries or problems. Yeah, Arun sir, you can carry on. Guys, am I audible? Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Okay. Uh, Arun sir. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay. So now, as Arun sir told, this is our first class. So in the first class only, I'll let you know our upcoming ways of taking this class and how this program goes and how we are going to perform together as a team. So here you can see this is entire a UI UX design program, and in this program you can see the overview. So a few of the overviews that is very important. So basically, first we'll touch base on UX fundamentals, then we go ahead with the research part. So once we are excel in research part, how UX research goes on, how to do all this stuff, then we'll jump into real prototyping, wireframing, like basically tools knowledge. After that, we'll take a look on testing, handoff, and few of the trendy design things that is going in market, that is AR and VR, and at the end, portfolio creation. That is one of the super important thing, because it is the tool, or you can say a way by which you can express yourself, you can showcase yourself, your creativity to others who will hire you. So here a few of the certification requirements are there, like you need to attend all the sessions, you need to complete the projects, course by course projects are there, and at the end you need to complete the capstone project. That is very important. So throughout the session, when the class goes on, we'll be guiding you how to do all the stuff. For any issues or for any assistance, any help, you can reach out to me over Slack as well. So here what we have done is basically the entire all the modules we have divided into different cluster. Okay, so cluster you can think as a portion or as a group. So first cluster is cluster 1, where we have taken class like session 1 2 3. So in that is foundation, research, and prototyping, followed by cluster 2, that is session 4 and 5, or you can say that module 4 and 5, that is testing and handoff. After this, we'll have a core 6, as it is a independent one, so we have kept it as a core 6, portfolio and career guidance. Then cluster 3 will come, where again it is an independent thing, that is AR and VR and future design. We'll talk about the trendy stuff, trendy design, the design trend that is going in the market. So that is cluster 3. And at the end, cluster 4, that is super important, capstone project, where you will be dealing with a live project, and eventually you will get to know the entire steps of UX, like how to start with research, secondary research, and all the stuff that we'll talk about in upcoming classes. So this is the program roadmap, as I have told you: cluster 1, cluster 2, then core 6, cluster 3, and cluster 4. So in cluster one, you can see, as I have told you, so these are the few projects. So in the module one, you can see you need to design a fashion app. Then a research part will come. After this, an interactive prototype. So why it is important? As you know, initially we need to make the building blocks. Very important for you to understand the basics, understand the stuffs, how to deep dive into research, how to gather the user pain points, how to deal with that, and hands-on on Figma research tools and prototyping method. So this is in the cluster one. Then in the cluster two, basically you can see we'll touch base on the usability testing and developer handoff, a super important thing where we need to learn how Figma will be used by developers. And here you will get to know about the usability testing, like the success, feedback, whatever you have designed, whether it is solving the problems or not. And through Zeppelin, we'll try to hand off. And obviously, like there is a handoff way by which we can do. So we'll talk in detail when the course starts. So after this, you can see in this is portfolio and career guidance. So what, how exactly portfolio looks, what should be the basic thing in the portfolio, few of the career questions and the guidance that will come. Then in the course 3, as I have told you, the AR and VR will have exposure on AR and VR, that is augmented reality and virtual reality, the design trends, the future design trend, how to integrate AI into the design. So all this stuff will come into the cluster 3. And at the cluster 4, when you have all the knowledge, that is starting from research till the trendy design, the AI knowledge, how to incorporate AI into multiple stuffs, multiple processes, or you can say steps of UX, then we'll give you a capstone project. So as you can see here, we have the 4 capstone projects. You need to choose any one of them as per my knowledge. So you can you need to design the entire flow, the entire portfolio in one of the project. And that will give you a confidence, that will give you morale, or boost up your morale, that okay, no, I now I need all these things, I have all the stuffs, and I can I'm super confident in the market. And you can upskill yourself, or you can go for whatever you want in your career as per UX designer. Then here you can see why course by course completion matters, because it's a stepping stone to know the cluster 2, or to get into the cluster 2. It is super important for you to understand the cluster 1, because cluster 1 is directly related to all the upcoming clusters. So it's a stepping stone, like initially the foundation, then testing, then portfolio, then ARVR, and finally capstone projects. So here you can see a few of the tips for the success. So for any use the last session of each course for project completion. For example, what we will do is, so you can see in your LMS that for each module you have certain sessions. So the last session will be used for completing the project. So it is always useful for you, and it will be good for the course as well. Like by end of the session you complete that. So what will happen is the things will be correlated with each other, and it will help you to complete your capstone project, to grasp the knowledge. Then the second is mentor workshop. So basically what we will do is after every cluster, that is cluster 1, module 1, 2, and 3, after every cluster will keep one workshop. Okay, so that workshop will be basically for the students who feels like have certain doubts or stuck at some point. So in those workshop we'll simply sit on the doubts, we'll simply solve the problems of the participants. And also what we will do is, like any things or any sort of issues, or any things you wanted to share, or wanted to have feedback, seek knowledge, wanted to share, so those things will be done in the mentoring workshop. So that will be conducted after every cluster. Then instead of waiting till end, try to submit the project on the time itself. For any other some extension, or if you feel certain stuckness on certain project, or I am there to help, you can ping me over Slack. I'll find out some time to respond your query. Try to connect personally as well if required on Google Meet. And you can also raise a ticket, and accordingly you can seek help from Simpliron as well. Then you can share your Figma prototype for feedback, as I told you, whatever the doubts you have, or if you think, okay, you are stuck, or you wanted to showcase on an early basis, you wanted to take feedback on certain stuff, you can anytime use our Slack community and you can use that. So I'll be trying to help each one of you over Slack. As I told you, we'll try some time to address your query, or meet you in over Google Meet to solve your problem. And treat each project as a portfolio. Why I'm saying is because when you will finally do the capstone project, it will be super beneficial if your things are ready in advance. So let's suppose, as I have told you, initially you can work on fashion app in one of your project, so that can be used in the capstone project as a portion. So treat every project, every module as one of the capstone, or in the portfolio, and that will make your portfolio for you in the UIX program that we are going to have in a couple of months. Okay. 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 Yes, correct. So you must all have received a link to join in Slack community. Okay, Slack. So as I told you, Slack is basically a platform where you can we all can connect. We all can connect. Yeah, it's a chat community. Okay. Having trouble in joining. Okay. Okay. uh, yeah, you can connect with LSM, Arun sir. You can ask that. Yeah, if you're having any issues, all of you must have received an link. Okay. Sure. So you can see something like this. You must have received all. So here you can see the participants, all the members, everyone, and here you can see. So you can post your queries, whatever it is. Yeah, Rajashri, Shekhar, if you are having trouble joining in, you can connect with our LSM, Arun sir. He will help you out to get joined over the Slack community. Okay, sure. Thank you.
Hi, sir. Can I start sharing the data, sir?
Yes, yes, please, Arun sir. Please go ahead.
Just a moment, sir.
Sure.
So like we have a response of 26 learners, sir, out of all the participants.
Okay.
And out of this, we can see the first question which we always ask the learner, that which profile describes them the most. So you can see
Mm-hmm.
that we have around 7 learners who are an active UI UX designer, and we have
Okay.
around 10 learners who have no exposure to UI UX designer, and there
Okay.
are around 9 learners who is having some knowledge but they are not an UI UX designer.
Okay. Okay.
And with that, coming up to the relevant years of experience, so we have around 7 learners who is having 1 to 5 years of relevant experience, and
Okay.
most of the participants have no experience, around 14 participants. And with that,
Okay.
we have around 5 learners who is having 1 year of relevant experience to this domain.
Okay. Okay.
And coming up to the main topic, like main question, that what is their primary goal on taking up this course. So most of them,
Mm-hmm.
they have taken up this course to help themselves in career growth, which is around 15 learners. And with
Okay.
that, 11 learners are there who have taken up this course to acquire skills and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up to their background, like from where they belong to, we have 1 learner who is from finance background, around
Mm-hmm.
10 learners who are graphic designer, 1 learner from healthcare industry, and 6 learner who are UI UX designer, and 8 learners are there who are from different backgrounds, like other
Okay.
categories.
Okay.
And coming up to the last question, sir, which is like the topics which they are not familiar with. So most of them, they are
Mm-hmm.
not familiar with prototyping, like theory, typography, and all. So in basic, it's great to us that if we start from the basics and then slowly jump into the main concepts of the domain. This will help all the
Sure.
learners from all the background to grab the knowledge, whatever we are providing in this curriculum, sir. So this is the data
Sure.
which we have received, sir. I believe this will help you in conducting the session and making it more better for our learners. So with that, at any moment, we can start with today's session, sir.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Arun. It is super helpful. So, as shared by Arun sir, so most of our learners are basically, at a very basic level. They have some knowledge or kind of very low knowledge. So, I'll take up the sessions, upcoming sessions in a way so that they should first grasp the basic stuffs so that it is helpful for them in future while implementing the UX methodologies and other stuffs. I will also take care of 6 or 7 experienced UI UX designers. So for time to time, I'll share few of the insights that I have got throughout my career, where I found okay, this could be at an advanced level, so that they also feel correlated and connected with the session. Anytime, anywhere, if you feel like my pace is bit high, or it's very my pace is very speed or something, or no, not very clear, you can anytime ping me over chat. I'll try to respond. And over as I told you, you can also anytime message me or ping me over Slack at the end of the class, or at some time, maybe weekdays also. I'll find out some time and try to solve your queries. If I feel it okay, I need to personally talk, then I'll schedule some Google Meet with few stuffs and few persons, and on few stuffs, and I'll try to solve your queries. So anytime you feel you feel free to stop me, feel free to ping me over chat, and I'll try to solve your queries. So with that note, let's get started with the session. Everyone is ready? You can say yes in the chat box so that we can get started with the session quickly. Perfect. Perfect. Sure. Perfect. Sure. So with that note, let's get started with the session. So I think you all can see my screen. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about UI UX design thinking fundamentals. So before jumping into this topic, and before talking about the UI UX design, before talking about the UI UX design and all this fundamental thing, I wanted to know from each one of you, like, what exactly is design? Whenever you think of design, then what is coming in your mind first? Like, first, what is coming in your mind? That I wanted to know from anyone. Visuals, okay. Solving problems, very nice. Any other? A space, look and feel, okay. Colors, okay. Structure and how something looks, okay. Perfect. So you all are almost correct. So basically, if I talk about design, then it is a way, or you can see a structured set of something which is well organized to solve problem of day-to-day life. For example, if certain components, or you can think of certain way by which I have kept something and it is solving a problem in any way, it not can't be only a digital thing, it can be a physical thing also, right? So that is also there, and it is solving a problem, then it is a design. So having said that, let's first jump into introduction of UI UX design. So as you all told, look and feel, visuals, someone told like a problem solving and all this stuff. So you can grab your phone or laptop or something, as I told you, you often use maybe Instagram, Amazon, or maybe a physical device, maybe a calculator, anything. So which app will you use and why? Like, what are the specs of that particular app or that particular design or that structure thing, which you feel like it's more enjoyable or you feel it better? Think about the colors, about the fonts, about the buttons and the layouts, about the structuring of thing, and you can answer me. Mhm. Instagram, okay. Pinterest, okay. Okay, do structure and layout, very nice. Okay, Reddit, perfect. Blinkit, why? Why Instagram? Why YouTube? So let's take Paraj Vidyarthi's comment, that is Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. If I say among Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest, let's take YouTube as an video application. Okay, so why YouTube? Like, what are the special features that you feel that is good in YouTube? Why? Amazon, nice. Okay. Okay. Any other wild guesses? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Entertaining, user friendly. Yes, this is the word I am looking for. User friendly. So, as a UX designer, our main goal is to design an intuitive means that it is self appealing. We should not be there. So as a UX designer, always think in a way that is going to used by user, and that user may be of different types. That may be a novice user also, that may be an experienced user also, that may be a non-technical user also. So you need to think while designing any application that, okay, whatever I am designing, how it is going to use. Okay, so whenever you are designing something, you need to think that uh, why I'm designing it, whether it is going to be helpful, and that should be user friendly. Now, uh, taking that into consideration, so these are the few learning objectives, okay, for the session. So by end of this session, you will get to know about the roles and responsibilities of a UI UX designer, like how it is crucial for a UI UX designer to create a user friendly products. So roles and responsibility is the first thing. Then you will get to know about the difference between like what is the difference between UI and UX, a very common and very important question. Then you will understand what is the importance of UI UX in non-digital and digital product. So as I told you, design can be in like user experience can be in non-digital things as well. We'll jump into few real world examples of good and bad UI UX, and we'll also get to know like how a bad UI UX or maybe a bad experience can be a chaos. Then at the end, we'll also get to know about the key principles of UI UX design to develop interfaces. So obviously, as design is set of methodologies that we need to fulfill. So obviously, there will be certain principles of UI UX design. So we need to think on those principles while designing, as told by many of you while sharing the data to Arun, like you have doubts on color theory. So in the same way, we have many principles that is there in the color theory. So we need to take those principles into the consideration while designing. Having said that, we'll first jump into introduction to UI and UX designing. Before that, just one second, guys. Arun, can you hear me? Arun, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. I
Arun.
can hear you.
One question on interface. So I wanted the chat to be displayed every time while in presentation mode of PPT. So how to enable that?
Sir, in this current mode you are available, it won't be possible, sir. So what you can do is that after every 3 to 4 slide or after every 4 to 5 slide, you can go and have a look. I'll guide you on that for this tomorrow's session, sir.
Okay, sure. So yeah, okay. I got few questions. Product design same or different? Okay. See, basically, thanks, Kevin. So product design is something when you are designing certain product. To be very honest, UI, UX, and product design all are interrelated with each other. In product design, you are actually taking consideration of certain products development, and you need to design those products in a way so that we should give appealing experience to all the user who are going to use that product. So it is more or less same, but product design we need to think on the product's perspective, how that product is going to perform in an application, and how it is going to correlate with the interfaces and gives an enjoyable experience to everyone. Okay, am I okay, Kevin? Okay, perfect, sure. So let me close this. Okay. Now, yeah. So as I told you earlier, so first thing first, that is what is a UX design. So, as I told you, it is about how users interact with a product, not just how it looks. So, UX is basically stands for user experience. So, for example, the way you interact with the any application, like how it gives you a feeling. While, for example, you guys must have used Amazon also, and you must have used Flipkart also. So, if you use Amazon for certain product purchase and delivery, so throughout the experience that you get while interacting with the Amazon and while interacting with the Flipkart is a bit different. So the feeling, the interaction that you do is the UX. So basically, UX, as some of you have shared very nicely, that UX is basically focusing on solving problems for the user. And obviously, when it solves the problems on a quick way, on a light way, then it will create a smooth experiences. So to create a better UX and appealing experience to everyone, it includes researching, design interactions, strategic content, and many more that we are going to see, we are going to learn together in upcoming slides. So, taking that into consideration, okay, okay, okay. So, Paraj, is there an example? Okay, is there an example? There was a please repeat. The video is breaking. Okay, so it is only for Ria, or like it is an error at my side, or everyone is facing the same issue? Okay, thanks, Priyanka. So, Ria, I'll repeat again, and I'll also give an example on UX. So, for example, let me share you guys. Okay. So, you can think of Amazon. So, here in the Amazon, so if you see, I'll just give an example and how the UX of Amazon is much like, as per my knowledge and my experience on using Amazon, it is bit better than Flipkart. How? I'll say you just an example to just give you an overview of how the stuffs work, how the things when we design and any application or any interface. So this is a Flipkart, guys. So pardon me. So here you can see, here they have given all the like whatever the products that they are selling here, and here they are giving here. So one thing, first thing first, you can see in the top itself, uh, the search bar is here, the login is here, cart is here. But here, if you see the way they have presented the things, so it is a bit how to say, all the informations are not very clear here. For example, how I say it, so here you see, I can see a logo, and here I can see, okay, delivering to Bangalore, this location. When you log in here, and you can see the stuffs, the way they have arranged the products. Okay, I can see here, and the way they have arranged the products here. Okay, for example, if I go to all, and if I go to Fire TV here, and if I go to see all Fire devices, or if I go and search some other, for example, fashion, women's fashion here, and let's suppose I go to ethnic wear. So here, if you see the way they have arranged the things, so if I wanted, let's suppose some woman is there and they wanted to go ahead and they wanted to buy some ethnic wear for herself, then what they will do, they will go one by one in a step, so that they can go and search everything. In the same way, if you go and search in the here also, if you, and they are directly jumping, lots of contents are here. So first we need to give an insight and overview to everyone, so that they feel comfortable whenever a designer designs any application. Whenever a application is being designed, then it is very important for the UX designer to understand, okay, for what purpose the person is coming to our website, how they are giving it. Okay, how they are going to use it. So based upon that, your thinking should be there. So in that thing, if you think of Flipkart, it is lack of having certain menus, or the way they have arranged the things in the same at the same time, the way they have arranged it, you see, they have clearly arranged the stuff left where you can see all the menus, and at that right you can see all the stuffs here. In the same way you can see here, but the way they have arranged it, and they have arranged it a bit different. So that's why, Amazon's users, the subscribers is more than the Flipkart. And why it is? Because I think Amazon has done a lot in their UX part. They have actually gathered the data, they have actually gathered many things, and based upon that, they are very user friendly, and more systematic, as shared by Priyanka. So even the UX and design differs for different countries as well. Yes, perfect. Right, right, Kevin. Sure. So as the hierarchy, the way it depends on country to country, on person to person. So overall, we take the example, and accordingly we can go ahead with the stuff. Now, taking that into consideration, let's jump into one of the solving user problem leads to product success. So as I told you, UX is actually solving the problems, right? So here you can see successful products solve real user problems with good UX design. How Here is how Airbnb did it. So when Airbnb launched, they're having many issues. So can anyone tell me in the chat, like uh, uh, what exactly is the issue with the Airbnb? If you have gone through the website of Airbnb or app, you can tell me what exactly is the trust that initially they were not able to connect with their customers. What was the issue with the customers connection initially? Anyone about Airbnb? Chat support. Okay. Okay. Uh, Anyone like more realistic towards uses? Okay. 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 Let me guys. So basically, what happens is, whenever anyone started to book homes through Airbnb, so they were uncertain. Why? Because obviously they are going to stay there. Okay, and when they are going to stay there, so they have many questions in their mind. Hey, whether it will be a good stay or not, whether I'll get this or not. So having many issues, like, or you can say many problems, many doubts. So what they have done is, so basically, who is going to provide the homes? So they have introduced a review system, and they have introduced a verified profiles to create that trust. For example, if in an application they are going to use a certain facility, and if I provide them a trust, like, okay, these are the stuffs, and you are going to stay here, they can see the pictures, they can see, okay, the profile is verified, obviously that trust will come. And this simple thing, that is verified profiles and a good review. So reviews were there, okay, many people stayed there, and they think, oh wow, they have given a good review for this, so they simply went for those bookings. So what it did, they have simply done a small UX thing, that is introduce a review system and verified profiles. So with that, the bookings were increased. Why? Because whatever the doubts or whatever the issues that there were there in the user's mind, that got solved, and they were very clear on the bookings, and they were very clear with all the things that is going to happen when they stay over there. What are the things that they are going to get? It is totally clear with them, and they thought, oh wow, this is nice, and it eventually boosted the bookings. Now, before going to overview of UX disciplines, let me go chat and see. Okay, sure. Okay, I'll carry on. So now, as I told you, so even small things in application, in usage, can make the things and break the things. For example, the Airbnb, the way they did. Now, overview of UX disciplines. So uh, as I told you, UX is a broad field, okay, having various disciplines, okay. So focusing on specific part of the user experience with response and artifacts. So I'll tell you the different disciplines of UX. So the first thing is user research, okay. So we'll talk in detail, in many details, in very deep, we'll deep dive into each segment in future classes. So first is user research, and here you just think of, we understand the user and their needs, or you can think of their pain points. The second is information architecture, okay. So here you think of architecture as a, structuring the content. We have many content and we have many information, how we are structuring it. Then IXD, that is interaction design. For example, now we have structured the things, okay. So for example, I have a home section, I have a product section, I have a card section, okay. So now these sections are here and there. So how to structure them? That is information architecture. Then how we are going to interrelate between them. For example, user clicked on the home, went into the home, then clicked on certain product. So how that interaction will be there, we'll take a deep dive into all this stuff. So that is interaction design, like how users are interacting with the product, okay, how they are dealing with each interaction, how they are going to complete any task. Then the visual design, like how the look and feel is there, how whether it is visually appealing or not, whether it is giving a clear idea or not, clear content or not. Once that is done, we'll deep dive into usability and accessibility. Okay, now it is very visually appealing, but if I am not able to use it, for example, the button is very nice, very correctly placed, buy now, but if that is not usable, means the contrast is not very good, or you can see, a very small in size, so that while using an application I can't tap it. So those things come under usability and accessibility. Then prototyping and wireframing, as I told you, the interrelations between different stuff. So that is prototyping and wireframing. We'll take a deep dive into all this thing. Then content. Obviously, content is very important, because how we are giving the content to the user, how we are organizing the contents in a strategic way, so that we can lead the user to perform its task. And also the copywriting thing, the micro copy, will take a deep dive into all this stuff in our future things. So there any issues or any concerns to anyone, any doubt? My pace is okay? You can confirm me over chat. Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you, thanks everyone. Okay, perfect, thank you. Now, so I'm going forward. So now, the very important question. So you must have heard in the industry, I am a UI designer, I am a UX designer. Oh, you are working on UI, you are working on UX. So anyone can tell me in the chat, you can confirm me quickly over chat. What do you think? What is the difference between UI and UX? That is user interface and will we have access? Yeah, access to the presentation letter. Yeah, recording is already on, and yeah, recording is already on. You can anytime see, it will be available. Yeah, as told by Arvind sir, it is available in LMS portal also. Okay, Samruddhi. UI the design and UX the experience. Okay. UI is the design, whereas broader terms. Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect, Kevin. Perfect. Very nice. You all are, you all guys are master. Perfect, Rusha. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice example, Divakaran. Very nice. Look versus feel. Perfect. Perfect. How right side. Perfect. So yes, as rightly said by each one of you. So basically, you can think of the part of product, okay, that user interact. For example, the layout, the visuals, the text, the transitions, the button, whatever you can see, okay, that is UI. Or you can say the interface, how it is there, including the layout and visual, what feeling that it gives you. Okay, the UI is very nice, but it's not very engaging. Okay, I'm not easily able to use it. I need to strain a much while using it. The efficiency is not good. Or if I feel, oh, it was very difficult. If you went inside an ATM and you are confused, the UI is very nice, it is very good, all the menus are there. But if you are unable to withdraw the money, whether it is a good UX, no, right? Because eventually your task is not fulfilled. Eventually, yes, right, Akriti. Eventually, your task is not fulfilled and you will end up having frustration. So, UX is basically, you can always tell, UX is basically the ease of use, okay, the efficiency, the experience that you get. And UI is the interactive element, including its layout, visual design, and transition. Okay, so initially the skeleton builds up for building any if you are going for constructing any house. Okay, initially you make a skeleton. Okay, the windows are here, the doors are here, all the stuffs are there, and then you make a cover. And after making a cover, it gives an experience. Now you can stay inside it, you can comfortably do all the stuff. So that experience that you are getting, that is UX. And all the parts that is there for your interaction, that is basically UI. Okay, so let's explore how UI and UX differ by looking. So now I'll just give you an example. I think you all guys can see my screen. Okay, so now if you see my screen, I'm into Dribble, and you can see an Amazon apps overview here. Okay, all the stuff you can see. Now you try to correlate uh, different stuffs. Okay, in overall. Okay, so let's go here. So in this example, can anyone tell me what are the UI here? What are the UI? Quickly. Oh, nice, Kevin. Screens, more, Samruddhi, more. Okay, I am saying in this screen, I wanted you to tell me what are the UI elements. We just now talked UI elements. Buttons, icons, fonts, perfect. Sure, correct. Totally correct. So basically, you can see UI is basically buttons, menus, other graphical components, and UX is the overall feel. Okay, like how enjoyable it is for the users to use it. Okay, taking same here, you can think of here. So now in this gaming things, you can see this here. Now in the gaming things, what are the UI? As I told earlier, so, for example, the switching weapons, the inventory management icons, the health bar, you can see all these actions. So, where user can interact, that is UI, right? And while playing this game, how the experience you got, like whether it was a nice experience for you, or you feel, oh no, it's okay. So that experience that you are getting, how intuitive, making it easy for the players, how you are navigating, okay, all these things comes under UX, like the feeling that you got. Now, here you can see all these elements are there. Then the same way, identifying UI components, right? So here, examine the provided in screenshot of Instagram and identify the UI components listed below. I already showed you earlier. So here you can see uh, we have navigation bar here, interaction icons, story highlights, the color scheme, and text field. Now, can anyone tell me, uh, can text field comes under a complete UI or UX? Text field. Any option on text field? Both. Right. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, Prithvi, is it? Okay. Both. 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 Perfect. Yeah, Rusha. So basically, I am saying text field. I was talking about the text field. So in the text field, you can see there are many text field. So text field can be considered as a UI component, or sometimes it comes under giving an experience to the user as well. My question is that. Okay. We'll talk about this Prithvi in later class. For example, you can think of text field is basically, you can see this, all the text written. Okay. In any application, whatever the text that is written, those are text field basically. Okay, sir. Perfect. Thanks. Prithvi, anytime you feel any confusion, you can ping over chat or you can raise your hand. Okay. I'll be there to help you. I'll guide you on all the small, small stuffs. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, Prithvi. Now, taking this into consideration, you guys are correct. So, like as an element, if you think it is a UI, but if we are giving an emotion through text, okay, for example, in an warrior app, okay, if you are not using a bold font, or if you are using a funny font, or maybe first cry, okay, I'll show you an example. Okay, so now you see here, let me close this. So here, if I write first cry, let's suppose. So here you can see first cry logo. How this logo looks. Quick reply on chat. First cry logo. Fun, colorful, perfect. Why? Why? Because it is meant for the, yeah, it is meant for the babies. Correct. So they have used four colors. One, two, three, four. So they are giving an emotion appealing to the users. Okay. So at that time, it will work as a UX, and as a font, it will work as a UI element. Now, taking that into consideration, let's go ahead. So now, considering Instagram's UI and reflect on the following UX components, simply by asking. Okay. So here you can see what can be the UX stuff here. Easy navigation, task flow, quick response, smooth transition. Overall, you can think of how the application works and what is there in the application, that is UI, and how they are easily associated with each other so that it gives a enjoyable experience to you, that is UX. Okay, now we'll go to the emerging fields like conversational UI versus voice UX. Okay, so here you can see Alexa. You all must be knowing Alexa. So if I say, hey Alexa, play a song for me, okay, it listens me and it gives me. So that is voice UX. And here, let's suppose I am using a WhatsApp application, and if I'm writing something, so I'm writing something and they are giving the response. Okay, so that is a conversational UI. Now, one thing is very trendy nowadays, that is playful, totally perfect. Can we agree the current UI of Instagram is bad, the previous one was better? See, Anubhav, basically it totally depends upon user to user. We can't clearly say which one is bad or which one is good. For example, if you have must you must have seen the WhatsApp. If you have seen the WhatsApp, then you must have think that initially it was a kind of distributed UI. Now they have clustered it. They have now arranged in a way so that other stuffs can be easily think. So it, yeah, as correctly said by Ria, it keeps changing as per the user interaction, I feel. Yeah. So basically they do a huge research. They have a survey in place, and they go for a generalization, like they go for majority of people what they prefer, and based upon the survey and intensive research they come upon certain UI, and that also they go on testing phase. If that is successful, then only it is going in public, and it is allowed for a major users. Okay, that is there. So it is in general permit, right? Right, perfect. So this is what. So anytime, Anubhav, you feel like, okay, something is bad, or you feel like, so try to explore from your end what exactly it is not going good, or what exactly is not visually appealing, or is not giving a good experience to you. So you can think on that, and then you can analyze, hey, whether it is solving any problem, or it is just a visual appealing, or it is just related to colors, or maybe the VD, all this stuff. So when you go for uses and everything, then you will get to know, hey, okay, this is why this has been done. Because initially WhatsApp users also felt bit confusing when they feel, okay, why they have done so much of clustering, but later on it was a successful design for them. Okay, Anubhav, you can mhm. Okay, okay, perfect. Thanks, Anubhav. Yeah, Samruddhi, it is not bad, but maybe we're familiar with the similar interval. Yeah, that mental model is always there. Like always, that load is there in the mind. When we are used to of certain application, then we feel like, okay, this is good. It is very difficult for any user, especially the old age user, to adapt new thing. So it is very difficult. So for that, we have many UI elements in place, like instruction overlay and other stuff, which we'll take a look in future classes. Okay, perfect. So now taking that into consideration, as I was saying, so in going future, most of the time you will feel a UI will be in very trendy, that is zero UI. So zero UI means there is no interface, only voice command is there. So that will be a trend in near future. Okay, taking that into consideration, let's quickly jump into roles and responsibilities of a UX designer. Okay, so here we'll quickly go through it. So as I told you, first is user advocacy. So obviously designers are there to solve the real world problems, by prioritizing the user need. Then empathy, so you guys take one thing in your mind. You, to sound like a UX designer, you should use this word empathy. Empathy means what? Empathy means you were user's shoe while designing. Okay, then you will understand their thoughts, their feelings and experience. Means you are empathizing with the user. Okay, then basically designers are problem solvers, as you are solving the problem. Then what are the UX designer roles in user research? So we'll take a deep dive into all this stuff. So first is persona. So you can think of persona as a characters or a major chunk. Okay, so these are basically user characters. They highlight their goals and challenges. We'll talk about personas in later classes in deep. Then user journey maps, as I told you, the outline to complete a task, how user is mapped to complete any journey. Empathy, as I told you, you need to be in a user's shoe to think, feel, say and do, like what users think, feel, say and do. And obviously research findings, like you need to research, you need to go for secondary research, you need to go for primary research. And then wireframes now you can understand as a basic sketch. So while constructing any building, they first go for basic sketch. Hey, where will be the master bedroom, where will be the balcony? So in the same way, we first sketch, okay, the layout will be designed, and then it comes information architecture, like the planning of that outline, okay, how the information will be organized for the easy navigation, like home, product, detail, options, buy now, delivery. And at the last, the interaction flows, like maps illustrate user movement between screens, like one screen to another screen, how they are basically going. And once that is ready, you go for usability test report. So we'll have two things in place. One is heuristic evaluation, one is accessibility. So usability and accessibility, we have some normal things in place. We'll go in detail for all the test things. And obviously we'll go for documentation, we'll record, we'll tell them, okay, give us your thoughts on the new design or redesign things. And on different iterative plan, we basically give the results. So taking that into consideration, before jumping to UX designers roles in collaboration, take a look into few questions. Okay, okay. I think okay. So now till now we are all good. You all are with me. Yes, yes. Oh, perfect. Thanks, guys. Thanks for confirming. Now, let's go to UX designers' roles in collaboration. As I told you earlier, okay, one of my key responsibilities in my organization, collaboration is very important. Collaboration is key of any product success. Now, the first thing is product managers. Okay, so PM basically what they do, they define the business goals. So what they do, they align design with the business goals and user needs. Okay, so this is my business goal and this is the user need. So what's the PM's task is, what they do is they align the design with the business goal and user needs, so that business should not also impact and neither user needs. Okay, now this is the PM's for in your corporate you will get PM's role in the same way. Now developers, so developers are basically, for the implementation. For example, I'm saying you have very nice tea powder, you have sugar, you have very nice preparation machine, but there is no one to prepare the tea, whether it will be a good way, or whether we are going to enjoy the tea. No. So developers are basically the person who are going to implement our design. Okay, and in many situations a designer needs to sit with the developer to make him understand what exactly is the users need, how they are doing it, so that they can be in the user's shoe and they can develop accordingly, or you can say ditto as per the design framework. Now stakeholders, you can say they are the clients. So basically they are the gods of any product or the this industry. So basically whenever client is saying something which is not relevant, then also you need to be very polite. You need to make him understand with your design arguments. You need to make him understand that, hey, this is how the design was, this is how the UX, if we do like this, then we need to go ahead. So they gather basically the feedback and they get the approval for the business alignment, and accordingly the things happens. Now here, as I told you, so imagine you are a UX designer working on a new version of a mobile banking app. Okay, and your job is to make it please, like make it more enjoyable. Okay, so you need to create multiple design outputs, right? For example, as I told earlier, so what a designer has to do, initially they go for research, so some output come based upon the research. For example, I need to design something. Okay, so first I will research, okay, what are the things required, what all things can be better. Okay, so from that I'll get some output. So that is design output. On design we'll go for certain testing. So we'll on based upon the testing we'll get some enhanced output. Okay, so at each stage design gets enhanced. Okay, so we'll deep dive into artifacts as we complete each one in the program. Okay, so on research part we'll go into deep, then you'll understand how to go for research. Then in design part we'll also go in deep, and I'll let you know like how the design artifacts works. And also we'll go for NNG heuristic evaluation. So I'll also let you know about the different testing stuffs. So here you can see, as I told you earlier, personas are, for now you can think of certain characters or chunk where we get to know about their stuffs, how they help in guiding the design decisions and all this stuff. Username map, I told you, like you can highlight the pain points, how the user is mapped for completing any things. Empathies, again I told you, you need to be in user shoe to understand their pain point and all this stuff. Apart from this site map, you can think of a visual map of entire structure. Okay, you can think of a flow chart, like how the flow happens. Then wireframe, as I told you, building blocks, or you can say sketches. Basically, and interaction is basically step by step process. Okay, and at the end of testing outputs, you will have usability test reports, as I told you right now. So we'll test with the real users. We'll gather their pain points. We'll gather their stuffs, what are okay for them, what is not okay, what is super okay. Based upon that, we'll give take the feedback documentation, we'll write the feedback documentation. And on different iterations means on phase, you can say versions. Okay, we make the design better. Okay, so before jumping into the introduction to design, okay, I will pause a moment and I'll take your questions. Okay. Okay, perfect, Kevin. So basically, obviously, whenever a project is being planned, at that time, what happens? They always go for a backup. Okay, and on a long period of time, working on certain application or working on certain product, you will have that knowledge that. In absence of product manager, you can be you can accompany someone who is well versed in that application, and you can gather feedback. Okay, you can take the validation, you can connect with the developers, you can connect with the testers, you can connect with the stakeholders directly, if you get the permission, and you can take the stuffs later on whenever PM is available. Okay, you, what you can do is you can have a discussion with him, you can show your thought process, you can tell him, and PM will take care of the rest of the thing. Okay, so generally we work as a backup in our organization. What happens is, in product organizations, generally they go for backups, and based upon the backup they carry out the things. But whenever time come, and if you get the opportunity, you can you can take the priority, you can take the initiative to talk to different peer groups, or you can go ahead and you can talk to clients, you can take their, you can talk to users if required. Okay, you can take their pain points, and you can easily coordinate with product managers, other person who are in charge, instead of in place of product manager when they are absent, and you can share your stuffs over there. Okay, so that will be okay, perfect. How things are working currently and verify the COs. Correct, right. So did you get that, Kevin? So whenever you feel like, okay, you need to go and real life user needs and validation, so you can connect with different users directly who are using the application, and you can take their feedback. Perfect, thanks, Kevin. Okay, taking that into consideration, let's go ahead. So now we already discussed it earlier. So basically, design is a creative process for solving a problem. Okay. Now, how does UI design borrow from visual design? So first of all, can anyone tell me what exactly is the difference between UI design and visual design? Quickly. UI design and visual design. Okay, no worries. Let me break the ice. So UI design basically, as we talked earlier, is the elements what are present in the interface through which we are interacting. Okay, and visual design is the emotions, the appeal. Okay, how it is appealing. For example, the way first cry text was written, it is giving an appeal that it is fun. It is for babies. It is like colorful, right? So that is visual design. So basically, UI design takes cues, or you can say it borrows from the VD to make the interface appealing and looking more functional. So seamless functions can guide user into through every interaction. Okay, so here are the key, or you can say the major thing. So whenever you start working on any project, okay, so first thing first, like these are the key UI elements that you need to think of. Color theory. So like how you are choosing the color. It should not only appealing, it should convey emotions that I told you. For example, that first cry is giving an emotion. Okay, colorful, fun. In the same way, typography, the typography is kind of not very strict, not very bold. It is a kind of a fun, it giving an feeling to the user. It is for the fun. And composition is again the balancing. For example, I'll tell you here. So as I told you, Amazon. See, so here, if you see this here in this example, so in Amazon's this thing, for example, if I open this, so here you see how they have balanced it. Okay, top they have used it, then images, then it is balanced. So it is coming good to the eyes. I can read. Okay, first I can see the image, then I can read the heading, then I can see the price, and I can see how many views are there. So I can see, oh wow, this is nice. Oh, this is perfectly aligned. Okay, so this is known as composition, or you can see the balancing. Okay, after this, uh, taking that into consideration, we can go ahead with the good and bad design. Okay, so I'll quickly go through this. So here, as I told you, balancing. So here it is a good design, it is a bad design. Why? Because it is confusing. Can anyone tell me, for this example in the chat bot, quickly, who all have faced this issue, and what was your reaction when you faced? Perfect, right, Priyank? Right, Kevin. Correct. Correct. Confusion. Correct. Correct. Perfect. So, yeah. Yeah, correct. So basically, this also not a very, I won't say very good UI, but at least manageable, because it is something to pull. Because people have used this also to push, but at least it is giving a clear idea that okay, this is to push and this is to pull. Better to write or make some visual appealing thing, or make some put some icons over there to make understand. For example, no parking, no smoking, something like this would be more better. Now here, the I'm not talking about the Gen Z, the people who used applications earlier. So you must have experienced this irritating UI earlier. Like we first know, go to date, then choose the month, scroll, scroll, scroll. So better is simply write a date here. We can write a date here, MMM based upon your currency and country. Here you can see, as I told about the composition, the balanced. I can see all the pictures at once. I can see the price of upfront. So it is balanced. Okay, the price, the this thing, well placed. But here you see lots of cluttered and chaotic things are there. It's not balanced at all, because what is popping out, what is not, is very difficult to understand. If I need to find out something, I need to give lots of mental pressure. Then only I'll be able to do that. So, taking that into consideration, we'll go for discussion in our daily lives, and we'll do this But before that, we'll take a short break of 10 minutes. So I request you all to just refresh yourself. We'll have multiple interactive sessions and some activity post break. So till now, on your chat, just wanted to confirm, for any stuffs related to my pace or examples, you can give me confirmation. If you all are with me and we are good to go, you can type yes in the chat board. I'll be happy to see that. Okay, Prithvi. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Thanks, Amu. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Mahesh. Thanks, everyone. Hey, hi, Arun, sir. Can you hear me? Thanks all for confirming yes.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, Arun, sir, we can go for a break for 10 minutes. So, do I need to launch the poll?
Sure. Yes, sir. You can launch the code, sir.
Okay. Okay. I have launched the poll for you guys. So, you can. Uh, yeah, you can give your feedbacks accordingly and post that you all can go for a break. We'll meet at 19:45. Will that okay for everyone? Sure. Okay, who all I've given, they can go for a break. We'll meet after the short break. Usha, 7:45 p.m. will be better. Okay, thanks, Usha. Okay, Shreya. No worries. I'll go very. I'll go slow. Okay, so that you get enough time to make notes. Or share one more thing. This is a recorded line. Anytime it will be available. The recording will be available in your LMS, and you can easily, yeah, you can easily go ahead and you can again and again listen. Okay, guys. Uh, let's meet. Yeah, sure. Thank you, guys. Hope everyone joined back. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Thanks. Thanks for confirmation, everyone. So, I have seen your comments. First of all, thank you for active participation and commenting. And as I saw the comments, so I'll try to reduce the pace and also will include a few more examples anytime while sharing the examples or at certain point of time. If you feel like I'm going a bit fast or you need some time to cope up with the things, then you can anytime raise your hands over there in the application, and I'll pause over there, I'll take a look and try to resolve the query. So will that work, guys? Confirmation on chat, please. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, thanks everyone. So, taking that into consideration, let me share the screen and let's begin. So, uh, I wanted a quick thing on this. So take your 2 minutes of time, and in your daily lives, you feel when you felt like design is something which make the things difficult rather than easier. For example, some designs are there and you felt it is difficult, not easy. Take 2 to 3 minutes of time and type in your answers in the chat box. I'll be eagerly waiting for that. Autos, pothole traffic. Okay, okay. More, where you felt design is actually made it difficult. Okay, payment, banking apps, depends on requirement. Okay, okay, okay. Ticket booking at IITC. Okay, okay, okay. Government side for sure. Suitcase I can maybe side have the flap. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Anubhav. Okay, banners on the roadside. Okay. Yeah, as mostly like most of you have said it rightly. So sometimes what happens is design is become too difficult for the user to understand, right? For example, I'll give you some examples here. For example, so if you see in many of the washroom, okay, if you see in many of the washroom, if you see like you are pouring your hand beneath the soap dispenser and it should come, but you are putting your hand again and again and it's not coming. How many have you faced this problem? Right. Thanks, Akriti. Very true. Me. Perfect. So actually, it's made a design, right, to ease the experience. But when it is not coming properly, then it become a problem, right? So even in the tap also, automated taps are there. You are putting the hand. You are not knowing, hey, where is the like whether it will come or not. You are pouring your hand. The dispenser is not giving the soap liquid, right? Or even the tap also, right? So what happened at this time? It was made for a good experience that user should not go and flip the buttons and all this stuff. They should not press the button, it should automatically come, but eventually it is not coming and design made poor. Okay, so what gives what lesson this gives us? They have given this lesson is that there are good design and bad design. So now you can see what are good design. Obviously, effortless. Now, soap dispenser was actually made to give a effortless interaction, give a effortless experience to the user, but it become a confusing. And what led this is basically become a frustration to the user, right? Because especially the old people, like they are so old they have not seen it, and if they see it first time, it's become a bad UX for them. Okay, so always remember in mind whether it is a physical thing or it's a digital thing. Okay, the interactions should be effortless and user should feel satisfied. So if that is happening, it is a good UX. And if the design is making the thing confusing, making the process harder, and eventually lead to the frustration, then it is a bad UX. Okay, now let's quickly deep dive into real world example. Okay, so here there are two US based real estate platform. Okay, a small home task for everyone. And go to Zillow and Craigslist, okay, and try to understand the impact of UI UX design. Okay, just go and search something in their home. Also, why people find Craigslist quick and easy. You go and do by yourself. Then you will get an clear idea. For example, I'll just give so you will go to Craigslist. Okay, so you can go and see the Craigslist, and what you need to do is you need to go inside it and you need to try to find out that. In the same way for the Zillow also. Okay, do this small exercise and come up your idea, compare, okay, the impact of UI UX design into the for the users. So okay. One second. Network issue. Sir, voice breaking. Oh, really? Okay. Now it is clear. Now it is clear. Can you confirm? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. So I was just saying, perfect. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So I was just saying, what you need to do is just open this Craigslist and Zillow and try to find out how their UX is. Okay, you will understand the impact of UI UX design on any application. Okay, try to find out. Okay, now here what exactly you need to find out is, imagine you are tasked with redesigning Craigslist real estate section to improve UI UX based upon your observation. Right now you need not to do anything because we are very at very basic level. So you just need to observe. You just need to observe what features, for example, filter, for example, search, uh, is better. Like what specific feature or elements from Zillow would you incorporate into Craigslist without compromising Craigslist simplicity and speed? So, what are the feature that you think can incorporate from Zillow to Craigslist? Okay, you just think what could be the feature that could be transferred from Zillow to Craigslist. Just do this exercise. You just need to observe both the real estate application and you need to come up with your observation on that. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, okay, sure. You can raise your hand. I'll quickly see. Okay, perfect. Thanks. So now it is better. You got Craigslist and Zillow's home task. We are all good. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Okay. Now let me go ahead. So now let's quickly jump into the key principles of UX design. Okay, as I told you, it is a broad thing. Okay, so it is very important to understand few fundamental principles. Okay, that designer has to follow to create effective and user friendly. Okay, so first thing is simplicity. Now in this site only you can see how simply it is written. Here it is written the heading, here it is content for this. You can see this, right? So here heading is there and content is there, and in three colors. What it denotes, it denotes a simplicity, right? Very simply it has written. If I have written so much of text and everything, then it will be difficult for you to understand. So the first thing is try to make it simple. How simple can it be? For example, in the soap dispenser, they made it simple. Rather than going, pressing the knob, holding and all, they have simply given an experience that if it is working fine, it will give a good experience. First thing. Second thing is consistency. Why consistency? Because as someone said in earlier class, people takes time to grasp the new changes, right? So consistency gives a visual information to the user. Because why it is important, if you give a consistent way, for example, if a button is designed in a same way, okay, and if you are giving a consistency, then it will give a same message. Okay, for example, you see they all the you see your orders, buy again, your account, you see what they are doing is they are following the same consistency: heading, Amazon icon, sell all order. So it is giving a visual information, it is appealing to the user that okay, they are following the same thing. Here, one, two, three, four, they all are consistent, means they are at equal weightage, means they all are inactive. And this and this, they follow the same consistency, means they are active. So consistency is too much important. The third is user action. Okay, so we should not end up creating a application where it involves lots of interaction. Okay, we need to think on very creative interaction so that they should follow the process. For example, in the Amazon or any e-commerce website, you land up, you search for any product in the search tab, you went inside the product, you searched for the detail, click on the buy now and done. If I redirect user again and again for same step, it will be confusing to the user. Okay, this is the this is the few fundamental principles that we need to think. And always remember, they say simple design is the best design. Sometimes when they feel okay, we need to go out of the box, do crazy things, it's okay, that is a different scenario. But mostly in my corporate industry, what I have felt is even the users, the novice user, the old user, everyone wanted to have a simple design. Simple is best. So simplicity, consistency and user action, like how user is performing the task and how consistent your UI elements are there and how simply you have made the flow so that they can easily done their task, that makes or breaks your UI design and UX design. So that is the most important thing that you need to think of. Now, as being said that, obviously there should be some principles behind a good design, correct? Let me just see some chats. Okay, before. Okay, yeah. Yes, Ayushi, can you hear me? After class, after class, after class. Yes. You can hear me, Ayushi, now? Is it fine? Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, now better, right? I'm okay. I'm carrying on. Perfect. Thank you. So now you can see basically there are three principles. Okay, and we'll go in deeper dive. So simplicity in Google, you see what they have done. A simple search bar. That's it. A simple thing. If I put lots of stuff here, it will create a confusion to the user. So make it simple. Second, you see consistency. Same design in the this screen, same design in the mobile, same design in the tab. Consistency. So what it will give, it gives a familiar user experience. Oh, I saw that. Oh, this is from the Google, this is from the Amazon, this is from the Flipkart. So same thing, if you give same icon, same button, same menu, it's giving a thing to the user that okay, we are fine, perfect, thanks. Hope my voice is audible and clear to everyone. Okay. No, Akriti, no. So basically, okay, Amu, this is not to be submitted now. It is just a home task. You find your observation. You find your observation, and tomorrow you can will have a discussion on that, and we can discuss. So you can share your findings tomorrow. You need not to submit. For the submission, we'll do at the end of the class. Okay. Okay, Kevin. You can check. You can check after the class, not now. You can check after the class. No worries. Okay, thanks, Ammu. Okay, no voices. Priyanka, is it still issue or I'm fine? Am I audible, guys? Am I clear? Am I audible? Okay, yeah. Priyanka, I think I'm audible. Yeah. Okay. Guys, assignment need not to submit it now. After the class, just go to Zillow and Craigslist, take your observation, make a rough note. Tomorrow we'll discuss on that, like what's your understanding about the UX. Okay. Okay, perfect. So this is the consistency example. Okay, now let me go to the accessibility. Now, for example, I have on a white background. For example, you guys can see my screen, right? So on a white background, for example, if I go and on a white background, if I let me now, I'll go here and I have written UI UX. Okay. Now, this color, like black upon this white background, it is clear. I can see it. Now, if I go and change this color to this one, now can you read it properly? No, no. Why? 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 Contrast, light color. Yes. So, same way, high contrast and text optional voice allows visually impaired. Okay, so if it is accessible, means I can access it, then it's well and good. Otherwise, it's difficult. Okay, so accessibility is very important. Guys, at the end of the class, I will paste the Craigslist and Zillow's official link URL into the Slack. Okay, you guys can follow that and take your observation. Tomorrow we can discuss on that. So now, this is the visual hierarchy example. Example, I'll just give a small thing. So here we have read accessibility, visual hierarchy, and responsiveness. So accessibility is done. Now in the visual hierarchy, so what exactly a visual hierarchy is? I'll give an example. Now, if you see, sure. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Palaj. Now, if you see here, any of the application or Amazon app, if you see here, okay, you see the visual hierarchy. What exactly is this? Top header, like first here, I can see. Then this I can see a banner here. Okay, all this cursor and everything. Then this section, I can see. Then this. So it is giving a visual weight, right? For example, here if you see in the top bold logo is coming, you can see this image and smaller text. So hierarchy is something which a designer gives inside an application, taking users into mind, so that whatever the thing that is more important gets more visual weightage, that should come first. Okay, and in the same way it should go. So there is a hierarchy for any page, any screen. So we need to consider those stuffs, those elements, those UI elements into consideration first, which is more important. Okay, which we wanted user to see first or in their wish list. Okay, so that is visual hierarchy. When we will design the application, I'll touch base this each and every point and we'll give a clear example on this. Okay, now responsiveness, as I told you, if Amazon is only available in for web application means only you can see in the laptop and more larger devices. If it's not in the mobile, then it is a bad UX to the user, right? It is difficult for the user to navigate through different resolution, or you can say different devices. Okay, so responsiveness, that is responsive web design means that particular layout. So you can consider this as a layout. Okay, it gets fit inside every resolution, every devices, that is desktop, tablet and smartphone. So if any application goes through it, then we call this responsive web design. For example, I'll show you. So here, okay, so if you go and search Amazon's web application, the same interface you can see in the app also, right? Some of the features may be here and there, right? But more or less you will get the same feeling, same experience. So here if you go and here you can see. Now how it is being fit into the smaller resolution also. Right now you can see dimension is 400 width, you can see. Okay, if I remove this, then it is fit into this also. Okay, so the same way you can see it fits into every devices. So that is responsive web design. Okay, perfect. You all are with me till now? Clear, guys? Ammu, am I audible? Yes, yes, yes. Perfect, perfect. Thanks, guys. Okay, perfect. Ammu, am I breaking? Now I'm clear. Okay, guys, am I clear? Like for rest, am I clear, guys? Okay, Amu, I request you to just check at your end. Okay, perfect. Amu, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, okay. Amu, Priyanka, uh, guys, I request you to, folks, I request you to please look that at your end. Unstable connection from you also. Okay. Arun sir, am I clear? Arun sir, can you confirm? Okay. 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 Okay, Kevin. Okay. Okay. So you guys can see my screen, right? So let me know again if it's break. Okay. Let me just check. Mhm. Uh, guys, you can see my screen, right? I can even adjust. Okay. Okay. Let me check that. It was fine now. Yeah, I can see Sarika, Paraj, Samruddhi, Ammu. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Now let me take this ahead. So this is the responsive web design. Okay. Now let me go ahead. Uh, there is one very important and very famous framework. We call it Lemur's framework. Okay, so Lemur's framework basically guide designer in crafting a beautiful experiences for the applications. Okay, so basically you can focus on five. Always remember five. Okay, so you see Lemer. Er is the one word, and S. So L is learnability, efficiency, memorability, error management, and satisfaction. Okay, let's quickly deep dive into each thing. Okay, so before jumping into Domino's and Pizza Hut apps, okay, we'll talk about learnability and this all the memorability and everything. So as you can see this here in Lemur's framework, basically what happens is in any of the application, when you think, okay, so first thing is when you follow any path, or for example when you are completing any task, at that time it should be easily learnable by the user. Okay, showcase this with the help of example. Okay, then you guys will get the understanding. Now taking this into consideration, as my pace is okay and my speed is fine to everyone and I am not breaking, you guys can see this. For example, for example, in the Amazon's website, okay, let's suppose I came inside the Amazon's website, and here I have learned few things. Okay, what I have learned, I'll tell you. So here you see, I can see this card. Okay, inside the card I have this explore option, create a free account, see more, explore all. So these all are actually following one pattern, or you can see one important thing. Can you tell me what important is that just now read it? Yeah, Prithvi, basically it is called as a Lemur's framework because it includes all this part. That is learnability L, efficiency E, memorability M, error management ER, and satisfaction S. Am I clear, Prithvi? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, okay. So this is basically we just now study this red is consistency. Okay, having same consistency. So I can see, oh, they have their this thing. They are delivering to Mumbai English. So I've learned something. The header is the top. After learning, when second time I came, okay, so it was efficient for me. Why? Because first time I need to always think, oh, okay, this is where. So first time whenever you go somewhere, okay, you observe the thing and you learn out of it. If learning is easy, yeah, for example, you have ordered an product from Mintra. You all guys must be knowing what is Mintra. Okay, so if you have ordered something from Mintra, then while using the application, while delivering or placing any application, you have followed a path, you have followed a way to order that. Okay, first time it might be difficult for you because you are not very familiar with the interface, but after first time you have memorized something, right? That mental model was inside you, so second time it was easy for you to place any order. So that is where efficiency comes. Okay, and with that efficiency it's easy for you to memorize everything, like the entire thing. You can easily grasp the things or the stuffs, the UI element, the user flow. All this thing will be in your memory. You can easily recall it, rather than recalling. You can recognize it quickly. Okay, you can recognize the stuff, so that okay, that makes a memory out of it. This is the first step. The second, the fourth thing is error management. So for example, I'll just give an, okay, why it is called names for, yes, so consider and grace learn, this could be a form of visual instruction. Correct. Right, Kevin. So if I give you consistent things, for example, on physical world, I'll give you an example. uh, whenever in the circus or in the zoo they give training to the wild animals, they give a pattern of training. Okay, why? They are consistent on the training. If you do some task, why people say you need to do something consistently, it gives a memory, and with that memory it becomes a efficiency for you. Okay, so same in the design. Always you need to make a design in a way so that you follow the same pattern. Okay, for example, for example, that's very interesting. Perfect. Because, for example, here you see the way they are giving this. You see this style, we call it tile. Okay, we'll deep dive. So they all are of same height and width, right? So this gives a memory to you. Okay, so that is memory, and with this it comes efficiency. One more thing is important, that is error management. Okay, so whenever you stuck, you must have seen while filling up some form, or maybe you are signing up for the email first time, so it gives a error management. For example, I'll give an example, 1 second. So you see, so if you see this, what it says, that's an error, there was an error, please try again later. And also error in Google form. While deeping dive into the usability guidelines, I'll show you guys all this thing in detail. Okay, so don't worry about this. This is just a sugar coated knowledge for all of you. So we'll deep dive into detail. So you see, you must have seen this. Okay, this is a required question. Or uh, you need to enter your date of birth in numerical, and you have written in alphabetical, then it's an error for you. Okay, so that is error management. You can easily manage the error, it's giving an this thing, and with all this a satisfaction comes into place. So if you think simplicity, as I told you, consistency and balancing, and besides this, if you feel like, okay, now with this, folks or users who are going to use this application, they will have a learning curve for this. They'll have a UI memory, or you can say design memory out of it, and it will make a efficient user for this application. Then obviously your design will look stand out and application will look great. Okay, besides this, if you follow error management, that will come into the usability guidelines. In future we'll discuss that. So that will come under error management, and this all, okay, this all will be basically give you a quick things on fixing the UI stuffs. The UI or the application will look good, and it will give a pleasant experience to the user. Okay, so with this note, like whenever you have all the stuff, okay, it gives satisfaction to the user, and enjoyable memory to the user. For example, in the ATM we quickly went, and you got all the menus, you simply withdraw the amount, and it gives a thing. Next time when you went, then you need not to search here and there, oh, this is the withdrawal, okay, this is the amount I need to enter. You got a memory, and it is clear for you. Okay, so hope it is clear, everyone. You can uh, type in yes if I am, you all are with me. Perfect, perfect. Thanks. So let me quickly take the next one. So now let's have a UI UX case study on Domino's and Pizza Hut apps. Okay, so taking that into consideration, guys. Okay, so first of all, Let me know who, like, a quick one. Who all loves Domino's and who loves pizza? For Pizza Hut. Quickly. Pizza Hut. Domino's. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Domino's. Perfect, 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 guys. I love Pizza Hut a lot. Now, so here, what is the uh, analysis here? Okay, so what we will do here is we will evaluate and compare the UI UX of Domino's and Pizza Hut apps. And what is the significance? Understanding the role of effective UI UX in enhancing customer experience and retention in competitive market. Okay, so always remember one thing, guys. We'll deep dive again in the same thing in future. So one is competitive benchmarking. Okay, very important. So when we are launching some application or redesigning some application, some app, maybe a mobile application or web or maybe anything, okay, we need to understand how our competitor is performing. Okay, in the corporate it is too much. Okay, so you need to understand how the competitor is performing and what is our brand strategy, how we are going to attract customer, what we should do so that we can increase the active customers, and whatever the customer who are already there in the application or using the application, they should not leave the application, they should retain. We call it customer retention. Okay, so arrival of new customer and customer retention is very important, and one of the aspect for this is competitive benchmarking. We need to always understand how our competitors are performing, and accordingly we need to design the stuffs. We need to go ahead and do the branding, the marketing, the designing, production, everything. Okay, so taking that into consideration, with that mindset, let's uh, take this. So here, uh, first thing first. So target audience profile typical users, noting difference in brand loyalty and demographic appeal, right? So here you can see in the Domino's app and in the Pizza Hut app. Okay, what exactly is the main thing? Okay, so you must have heard this. Pizza Hut gives a customizable ordering experiences. For example, you can customize the thing in Pizza Hut. And in the Domino's, what basically happens is they have a tracking system. So you can quickly go and you can reorder the things that you have done. You can also do that in Pizza Hut also, but here they are basically into the customizable. If you want to customize, you can customize it on your own. So that is super functionality here in the Pizza Hut. So taking that into consideration, okay, now we'll talk about key elements. Okay, so the first thing is layout and navigation. Okay, so layout and navigation means how it is looking, okay, how the layout is being designed, and how we are redirecting user from login to order completion. Okay, in the same way, the visual design, you can see here, aesthetic, same thing here. See, bold images and all these things, it is giving a pleasing experience to the user, and it is giving a way, a imagery way, or a visual appealing by which they can do it. Same responsiveness and intuitiveness that I have told you. You quickly went inside, you have searched your pizza, and you have ordered the pizza and it was delivered to you. A streamlined experience. In the Pizza Hut, you go, you got the engagement on promotion. Oh, this is a promotion, I can customize it, and it has given you awesome experience. Now in the same way, the alignment, okay, login, this is the address, takeaway, dine in, I have given a quick selection, I can choose, I can go and order. In the same way, delivery or takeaway, they have given, initially they have given a engagement, and you can go and you can go to the menu, you can customize it, and you can order it. Okay, so here you can see this. What are the key elements that shape the user experience in Domino's and Pizza? First is layout and navigation. How it is, for now, you think of building blocks, different sections, how you have managed your journey. First thing, visual design is how the color is, how the typography is, you see all this thing. VD, user interaction is how when you interact with the application, how you are coming here, clicking here, going inside, checking the details, and at the last is content. Okay, how accessible it was. If I come here and it was not accessible, then it is not a good application. So here you can understand. Okay, one is a brand value, like what for what that application is being designed, okay, and developed and launched in the market. And the second is how different key elements perform. It is super important for any application to work on the key elements. Taking that into consideration, guys, any questions till now? Any questions? Any thoughts? Anyone? You got a basic idea? Yes. Understood. Understood. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Okay, Kevin, I'll take your question. As a UI UX, how do you evaluate conversion and funnel proxy analysis between competitors? Okay, so as I told you, above UI UX, there are many folks. They are the business leaders, they are the PMs, they are the stakeholders. They take care of customer retention and all this thing. As a UI UX designer, your task should be, you should observe, you should analyze the competitors' feedback, how well they are performing, like how they have managed their design, how intuitive their design is, whether your design, whatever you are going to redesign or something new, already exists in your application or not. If not, what outcome you can take from the competitor, what are the things that you can implement in your application so that other persons can use your application. For example, when Amazon launched its first version, so first, I think initially they have given 100% of their revenue into the UX. That is why now Amazon is mostly liked by the user. I think the retention rate is superb, and customers who use Amazon one time, they love to use that. Why? Because they have used much of their revenue initially into the UX. Okay, so being a UX designer, your task is to analyze the other competitors website or application, take the output out of it, then analyze your application, your user pain points, and see whether those things are there in your app or not, and what extra you are giving in your application, so that the customer should feel, oh, this is better, and they will come in your application and they will use it. So by this way, the new arrival will be more, and whatever the customer they are using your application, it will get retained. You got it, Kevin? Perfect, thanks, Len. Okay, guys, so taking that into consideration, let's quickly jump into next slides. Okay, so here you see layout and navigation. So here you see simplified menu. Okay, I can see pizzas, veg pizza, non pizza, with focus on quick reorder features. Okay, and here you see permanent display of deals. You see, I told you earlier, permanent display, they are giving you easy cost customization. You see melts, free Pepsi deals they are giving. Okay, so this is layout and navigation, you can see, right? Now visual design, they have used blue and red color, you can see. So although red is very minimal, but you can see blue, blue, blue everywhere. Okay, so it gives a brand identity, or you can say consistency. Here you see, as I told you, bold and red and black, you see bold, everything is very bold, you can see here, right? Melts, takeaway, delivery, hello there, right? So it talks about their brand value. Then the visual interaction. Okay, in the visual interaction, if you can see it, Pizza Builder and real time tracker enhance your engagement and satisfaction. You can go after the class and you can see. So, first, what they are saying, location. Okay, you got the location. Then, in the location, you got all the available stores. You choose the stores. Then, oh, these are the quick orders. You have order, and here swipe to click one order quickly. So if you swipe, okay, swipe to one click order, or you can simply use this, you can make it favorite. Okay, so this is a quick thing. I went inside the application, I found my location. Oh, this is my location, I'm at this location. I go for the stores nearby my location, I choose one store, then I simply see the menu and I have simply ordered it. Now this is their user interaction. Why they have made it? Any idea? I just now told you. Any idea why they have made it Domino's? In the very first slide we read it. Why? Anyone? Guys, am I clear? Am I audible, guys? Okay, Ria. So question is basically in the Domino's, why they have made the interaction like quickly find the location, then store, then choose the menu and order. Anyone? Any wild guesses? There is no right and wrong. We are at the very basic level. Easy ordering. Quick, correct, right, Anubhav. Perfect. So, because their app is based on the quick orders, right, guys? We have just now read. You observe more. Okay, you observe more. Okay, you see, streamlines pizza ordering and tracking for enhanced customer convenience. Okay, they are for quick order and they are for customizable experience. Okay, now in the same way, you see, customization and cart management improve the shopping experience. You went inside the Pizza Hut. Okay, discover the menu. Oh wow, that's nice. I can see. I can choose the menu. I can, okay, oh, this is coming after this is coming after this. Then they place the order and is coming. So this is for the customization. Okay. So every application has its own use case. Okay. They are totally based upon that functionality. That is their brand value. We call it brand value. Okay. So taking that into consideration, you need to design, and while delivering that you need to take care of UX part and UI part, like consistency, as I told you, simplicity. See how simple it is. Your location, store set location, what are the menus available, quick order it. Here also customization, discover the menu, whatever you choose, you fill, you pour it, and you order it. Make it simple. If I have given more steps, lengthier steps, will it be comfortable for the user? No, because we have made the experience harder, not the smoother. So as I told you earlier, simplicity is the key. Okay. In the same way, you must have used Ola, Uber. What they do? Simply they go in the application. If you go to the application, okay, you go, okay, where? So you simply put, oh, I need to go to at this place, XYZ place, I need to go. After going that place, they will show you all the cabs available nearby your location. Okay, you choose one, you book one, right details is done, and it will be shared to you. Okay, so they have made it visually appealing and also very simple, so that it gives a clear idea to make it easier for you to serve. Perfect, right, Samruddhi? Correct, Kevin. Simplicity is the key. Now, taking that into consideration, okay, now you see content and information architecture. Okay, so as I told you, don't get confused about the information architecture long words. Simply forget for right now. We'll talk in detail in future. Okay, so right now you think of basic building blocks, how the things are placed. So here you think efficient presentation of menu item and nutritional information. You see it, they have simply placed, okay, presentation of menu item, simple. And here, instead of menu, what they have placed? Deals, right? Descriptions. detailed, right? Because it is their brand value and it is their brand value. Okay. In the same way, strength, as I told earlier, their strength is on quick ordering, and they should real time track it. To compete it, what they have done is they have given an attractive deals and easy navigation and also customization in the Pizza Hut. So this is their strength analysis. You can say strength analysis. Okay. So Domino's strength is on quick order. Okay. If I'm in a mood, I got late. Okay. And I have to quickly grab something. Then which application I will choose? In the chat, guys. If I need a quick order, which application I will choose? Dominoes, Dominoes, Dominoes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And if I want something special today, I'll take cheese also, peri peri also, and I want some fries also, and I want something which is customizable by me. Then which application I'll choose? Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Perfect. So that is known as strength. Okay, brand strength. Okay, Amazon's brand strength is towards is user experience, towards is menu, towards is the way they are displaying. Okay, that is known as brand strength. Okay, now recommendation for improvement. Now obviously no one is perfect. Every application has issues. Okay, every application. So here you see suggestions for refining the customization interface. Okay, for example, here if I get an option to customize, okay, then there could be some refining. And here also I feel you guys must have also felt lots of visual clutter are there. So whenever I come, I see a okay, Pepsi is here. Okay, because first time this and this is coming to my eyes because it's bold and clear. Okay, less priority on delivery and takeaway and more priority on this one. This is making it clutter. Okay, so what is the key insight that we got? Okay, Domino's streamlines ordering and updates boosting convenience. Okay, so Domino's, what Domino's does, it streamlines the ordering, and due to this, it boosting the convenience. And Pizza Hut gives customizations, give attractive deals. That's why who are lovers, like they have some crazy thing to do with the pizza. They need some out of the box pizza. They can go and customize and have the taste. Okay, this is the key insights. Taking that into consideration, now a real quick post that will go for a Q&A section. So based on the comparative UI UX analysis of Domino's and Pizza Hut apps, which design approach used by Domino's, okay, used by Domino's is most effective in ensuring a quick and efficient UX? Option 1, visual design. Option 2, streamline ordering process. Option C, customization. Option D, content density. Guys, quickly on chat, I want to see floods of options. B, 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 B. Perfect. You all guys are perfect. 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 That's nice. Perfect. Now you got the concept. Now we'll go to portfolio importance in the field of UI/UX in the next class. I'll show you. In future also we'll talk about the portfolio, but uh, uh, tomorrow what we will do is I'll show you a simple portfolio. For example, whenever a model or whenever an artist, for example, I went for a paint competition or I wanted to showcase my paintings to someone, what they will ask me, hey sir, show me your few of the work that you have done. In the same way, UI/UX designers should also have a portfolio in place. I'll show you one of the sample portfolio tomorrow. We'll touch base very quickly. In future, we'll take a deep dive. Tomorrow, we'll touch base on a simple portfolio. I'll show you how it is, what it is, how to design, and all this stuff. A basic one, and also will touch base its importance. So let's park it for today. For now, I'll open this forum for Q&A. Guys, if you have any questions related to entire content, you are free to drop your question in the chat box. You will get all the material in your LMS. The recording will be available. You can go, you can listen the recording, and whatever the doubts you have, you go and put that doubts in the Slack community. I'll find out time to reply each one of your questions. If required, I'll create a I'll create a Google Meet link with you guys, and we'll try to solve your question. Okay, so feel free to drop your question. I'll try to find out with examples, with notes. I'll share you. You can find this recording. For now, whatever doubts you have, real quick, we can go ahead. Oh, Amu, color theory and all this will, yeah, come in the next classes. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Amu. Perfect, Kevin. Can you please explain funnel proxy analysis? Didn't get it. Okay, I'll take, yeah, I'll come up with funnel proxy analysis tomorrow. Maybe having some doubts to other also. I'll take a example out of it and will explain it tomorrow with to everyone. I've seen earlier also few questions about funnel proxy analysis. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Oh, yeah, sure, Gaurav. Sure, Gaurav. I'll take this at the end of the question session. I'll take this Swiggy and Zomato. Sure. Any more questions? Quick questions first. Guys, my pace is okay. Am I going fast? Pace okay. Okay. Pace okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, everyone. No worries. Perfect. Okay. Bit fast. Okay, Hilda. No worries, Hilda. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll go bit slow from tomorrow onwards. Thanks for. Guys, anytime your suggestions, your comments are always welcome. Perfect. Perfect speed. Thanks, Man. Thanks, Manasi. Perfect. No worries. Perfect for me. Okay. No worries. Perfect. Now much clear. Okay, Sarika. Thank you, Sarika. Okay, folks. Any other doubts before I go to Swiggy and Zomato? Okay, assignment. Okay, no worries. So basically, I'll go here. I again repeat the assignment. So you need to go to Zillow and Craigslist. Okay, I'll show you that also, and I'll post the URL in the Slack community so that you guys can easily take that from here. Whoever all is getting issue with opening the Slack, you can connect with LMS. They will help you in getting the Slack done for you. Okay, so let me quickly explain the assignment. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so basically there are two US based real estate platforms. Okay, so they are Zillow and Craigslist. Okay, so what you need to observe is what are the things that makes Zillow easy for searching homes, why people find Craigslist quick and easy. You need to find out that UI things. You need to understand the impact of UI UX design, like how UI UX design is making those sites better. Okay, what would happen if Craigslist started to look more like Zillow? Okay, so these are two things I'll go in deep tomorrow on this. But before, I just wanted you guys to explore first on Zillow and Craigslist. Okay, I'll post the URLs after the call, after this class. in the Slack so that you can easily copy. Okay, so I'll post that. You guys, after the class, go and just check. Okay, Zillow and Craigslist, no need to perform that in very detailed one right now. I wanted to just see the UX of those applications, that platforms. Okay, and try to find out the things which you feel is better, which you feel is not better, why Zillow is better, why Craigslist is better, why this is not good, why that is not good. You need to just observe first. The first thing in the UX is, guys, to observe. Okay, always remember, a good UX designer is always, it should always have a good observation. Okay, without observation it is very difficult for you to become a very good designer. So first you need to listen. Okay, what is the pain point of user. Then when I'll talk about this, there is a focus group. When you ask some people to perform any task, okay, so at the time you need to observe how they are performing, what they're performing, at where they are, stuck, what is gone good for them. Okay, so observation is very important. So right now, like if I tell you, hey, you have redesigned this application, now tell me what are the areas that is not good. So how will you observe? You will observe based upon the UX testing phases, based upon the UX points. Heuristic evaluation will be there. So I'll talk about those things, but you will observe, right? So observation is very important. So for now, what you do is, after the class you go and observe and just write a different note. Tomorrow I'll ask you to just paste your note, paste your observation, and we'll take quick round of discussion on this. And I'll open the applications and I'll show you what is good in this one, what is bad in this one, why, and all this stuff. Now it is clear to everyone. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Sure, guys. Now, so taking, like, there are no much questions today. Okay, I'll take the Swiggy and Zomato. So, okay, can you give comparison with Swiggy and Zomato? Yeah, Gaurav Kansal. So, Gaurav, comparison, like you are talking about the UI comparison, or you're talking about the strength analysis. What exactly you are thinking? Comparison on Zomato and Swiggy, or the way I have compared on UI comparison. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, let me first open Swiggy. Okay, and let me open Zomato. The way of compared strength. Okay, the way of compared strength, right? Okay, so now Swiggy and Zomato. Okay, now, so let me open this also. Okay, now you are saying basically, you are saying basically, sir, okay, any questions? One second, guys. Okay, how is the UI is different from product designing? Yeah, Shreya, I'll tell you that also. Compare strength. Okay, perfect. Now, okay, assignment is all clear with everyone. Okay, I'm just taking few more. I'm just checking the questions. Okay, any questions I have? Okay, funnel proxy applications. Okay. This question. Okay, I'll take this also. I'll come up with tomorrow. We have only a few minutes left, but I'll write down. Tomorrow we'll discuss the funnel proxy applications. Don't worry. Okay. So Okay, guys, perfect. Now let me taking that into consideration. I'll talk about product designing also. Sorry, I forgot the name. I'll talk about product designing also. Okay, I'll talk that. So now let me first quickly go through Domino, this one, Swiggy and Zomato. Shreya, I'll come to that. Okay. So now, so you see here and you see here. Okay. So if I go for web application, okay. So now I need to okay, before signing in. Okay, here also login sign up. You also say sign in, get the app. Okay, and here you see, so first thing first, I share you the UI stuff. So here, by seeing the application, okay, I want quick answers on this. So here you see, uh, uh, I'm getting the delivery location, I'm getting the restaurant, I'm getting food delivery, Instamart, Dine Out. There are different options. Then I am getting the best food options here. I can choose the options. In the same way, I can for Dine Out, I can see, and I can see the app. They are promoting their app. Okay, install the app. Here also you see they have given dining out, delivery, nightlife also, top brands, food delivery restaurants. You see the way the visual hierarchy that we talked, okay, they have kept same, but you see here the emphasis on the products, and the emphasis on these products, you see, okay, how they are giving it. Okay, and here I'm not getting first look in Swiggy. I need to go inside, okay, and then I need to search. Now I'm getting, okay, but here in the Zomato, you see, if I want corner house ice cream or Wendy's burger, okay, I get the rating upfront, I get the price, I get the time if I order it at my place. They are not currently not accepting orders, you see, they black out. It is vivid color, but it is a blackout color. All this thing is making Zomato, right now, at this portion, I can see, I can feel it better because the UX is better. Why UX is better? Upfront, they are saying it. Upfront, they are displaying the things. If I go inside, I can check, oh, these are the details. I can see the view galleries, directions, and everything. So, in the same way, you think here, if I go inside it, okay, yeah, if I go inside it, then I can check, okay, this is the rating 700 for 2, but they are displaying at very first stage, one of the better UX. Okay, in the same way, what they have done is, Zomato and all these 10 minutes food delivery app, or food delivery apps, their main motto should be, how they give a better experience to the user, so that the tracking of the food that they have done, the searching of the food that they do, it becomes easier. Okay, and now Amazon has started a 10-minute delivery. Okay, so obviously they have researched on other applications how they are doing it. Flipkart has started Flipkart 10 minutes, something like this. Okay, so they are actually, competitor each other, and they see how their UI is performing. In the same way, I need to perform or not. Okay, tomorrow what I will do is the strength analysis. I'll simply make one note for everyone. So Pizza and Domino's, the way we have done it, as we have very limited time, and I don't want to stretch you guys in the first class. So what I will do is tomorrow we'll start with the strength analysis of Swiggy and Zomato, quick UI comparison. Then we'll go to the Craigslist and Zillow, and after that, if you have any questions from today's class, okay, we'll take that quickly and then we'll start the session. Will that work, guys? Yes, yes, sounds good. Perfect, perfect. And Shreya, I'll take that stuff also tomorrow. I'll take a detailed detailed differentiation between product designing, UI designing, UX designing. Whatever the roles are there, I'll make a small note out of it, and I'll keep it ready so that whoever is having doubts in the rules, although we have that thing in the upcoming classes, but as requested, I'll make a short notes on the roles basically. As we have covered only PM role, stakeholder role, and developer role, I'll I'll just researched on. I'll just make a note on build this also and keep it ready so that you guys can have a clear understanding like how UI performs, how UX performs, what are the roles, a clear a clear understanding on all the stuff also. Okay, sounds good. When we get the recordings by Monday or today after a session. Arun sir, can you reply on that, please? Thanks, Shreya. Thanks, Shadika. When the recordings will be available for the learners? Okay. Oh, okay, Gaurav, I got it. Okay. Guys, you will get within 24 to 48 hours. Uh, Hilda, as per my knowledge, basically, I think you can see the content in your LMS portal. Within 24 to 48 hours, the recordings will be available for you guys. Yes. Yeah, sure, Paraj. Sure, sure, sure. Perfect. You try to explore RIA. Okay, just log in and see all the stuff. Otherwise, tomorrow I'll take you through the that thing also, the LMS portal also. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Ria. Yes, Gaurav, you can leave. Arun sir. So that's all for today's Arun sir. Yeah. So I request everyone to please provide your feedback. Yes, you can see now. Arun sir has posted. Perfect. Thanks, Ria. Great.
Ah, thank you so much, Anand sir, for a wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you, Arun sir.
And thank you everyone for your active participation during the session. You must have seen a feedback link in the chat box. So if you indeed love this session, please do rate us 5. Anything below a 5, you can leave a comment behind so that we can improve accordingly. Once again, thank you everyone. Have a great time
Thanks,
ahead.
everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Do
Thank
take
you, Arun
care
sir.
and keep learning always.
Thanks, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Guys, you can leave the session. We'll meet tomorrow.